Today's sales talk is about pressing harder in your business and pushing yourself to the next level. And I would say this, we can't get complacent with our daily activities regardless, how well we might be doing. We can't become complacent with those activities. At the end of each day, you should ask yourself, was I proactive in the business? Was I efficient at what I was doing? Did I keep things simple, or did I follow my schedule? Did I follow my schedule? You ask yourself this every day. Or was I thrown off my schedule, today? Was I inefficient in what I was doing? Was everything that I do, was it administrative work for the day? Did I not do any income generating activities? Looking at your day and saying, how can I press a little bit harder, to become the salesperson that I want to become? For example, pressing a little bit harder on the hours that you prospect. That's what I'm doing right now for myself. Pressing a little bit harder on the contacts that you make per hour, which is what I'm doing right now. Before, many years ago, I was doing so many contacts per day, so many contacts per hour. I grew from 20, 30 contacts a day to maybe going to 75, 100, 125 contacts. And then I started creating quality contacts, getting it down from 125 contacts for every listing taken, bringing it down to every 7 or 8 contacts I would take a listing, right? Pressing just a little bit harder. Pressing a little harder on the leads that we follow up with, Pushing them to become an appointment or letting them go. Pushing yourself to one more presentation per week. I've talked about that in some of the coaching. How many appointments, whether it's a buyer presentation or a listing presentation, how much of those should you be in every single week, And pushing yourself to just do one more presentation. Pushing yourself to call expireds, a little bit more. Not just calling them early morning, not just calling them at 10 o'clock, in the morning, but maybe making that call at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Maybe knocking on their door at 6 or 7 p.m. Pushing yourself a little bit more. Pushing yourself where you drive by a for sale by owner and you actually get out of your car and knock on the door and know what questions to ask. Pushing yourself a little bit more each single day. Pushing yourself to call your past clients and center of influence. Just calling a few more each day, or just making the call and calling 2 or 3 and breaking out of it and creating the habit of making those calls every day. Pressing to build your database to the numbers that you want to create and how big you want it to become. Doing that every single day. Pushing yourself to income generating activities and moving away from the traditional activities that most real estate agents do every single day. The traditional activities that most real estate agents do, we have to start pushing away from that. Moving away from that direction. If we want to become better and we want to become more efficient, we have to cut out the socializing. We got to cut out the networking. We got to cut out the 2-hour lunches that we do with, the title or with the mortgage side. Those long lunches that we do. That isn't being efficient in your business. Cutting out the personal appointments in the morning that will throw your whole day off. Leaving the personal appointments for the afternoon. Think about that. We have to cut out the drama in the transaction. How many agents suck us into the drama and throw our whole day off? Then we can't even think or focus on income generating activities. We have to refocus on what pays well in this business. Every day, all day long, and we got to press and push a little bit more so that every day we come better. If the end result for you is earning $250,000 or maybe $500,000 a year, then we have to make sure that we're pressing and pushing every single day to greatness. If the goal, your end goal years from now, 2, 3, 4 years from now is to earn $500,000 a year, then you got to start working towards that. You got to become that person that you want to become. If you are not better today than you were 6 or 12 months ago, if you're not better today than you were 6 or 12 months ago on appointments, on contacts per hour, on the hours of prospecting, on how many presentations you're doing, your listings appointment to listings taken, if you're not better today than you were 6 or 12 months ago, then really you're not progressing and you're not moving forward. And I think a lot of you are moving forward and are progressing, okay? But the question is, are you moving at the pace that you want? Each day we have to push and press to become the person, that we want to become. We have to push and press to become who ultimately we want to become. Who is it that who do you want to really become? What type of superstar salesperson do you want to get to? What level is that? Is it 25 transactions? Is it 50 transactions? Do you want to get to 100 transactions? Can you envision yourself doing 150, 200 transactions a year? The question is, how bad do you want it, and what price will you pay to get it? Okay? It is your market. This is your year. This is your year for success. We've been waiting for this market for 7 or 8 years. It is your time now. There's no excuses. It's time to step it up. Make sure everything that you're doing every single day, you're pressing and pushing to become better, become better at your schedule, and to hit the goals that you have set for you and your family. Be powerful, be successful, and be great.